Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to your 2023 12-month forecast. This is going to be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Since we're going through the whole year, we're going to incorporate Venus as well because, it's for the whole year and love might come up. But we're going to see what's coming up here for the collective. I'm going to pull one card for each month. And we're going to go from there. January, please show us January 2023 for Sagittarius. Please show us February 2023. March, please, March. April, May, June, July, August, please. September, October, November, please show us December. Alrighty, we're gonna get, whoop, I dropped the deck. We're gonna get right on into it here. Move you all just a little bit closer. Okay, so when I dropped the deck, it landed and two cards came face up, or two cards were looking at me. And it was the Queen of Cups and the Fool card. So Sagittarius, this is just kind of like an added message for you guys, or an added bonus in addition to your 12 cards. You might be taking a leap of faith in 2023. And it's going to be really, really important that you're taking care of your emotional self-care. That you're letting yourself release feelings that come up, but you're also filling your cup and giving yourself the aftercare, soothing yourself, comforting yourself, doing things that help you feel better, that help you feel restored, that help you to feel happy, safe, comfortable. So I feel like good things are happening. There's good big changes, but like being in your heart center might be a little overwhelming from time to time for some of you. But as long as you take care of that emotional self-care, you won't push away the good things that are coming. We're going to look at the cards and see what the cards have to say for the year ahead. And so January 2023, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is a card that can indicate financial independence, successful self-employment. It's a card that comes up also a lot of the times when you're being seen, you're being noticed, you're really impressing people. So in a work situation, you may be catching the eye of the higher ups. Maybe they're not telling you anything right away, but they're noticing you. They're keeping an eye on you. You're being marked as someone with potential, someone with, a future, I guess we'd say. But like I said, it could be successful self-employment. This could also be for some of you a secret, not so secret admirer. There could be someone that's like, like you can tell they've noticed you, and you're like, there's chemistry here. Like they're totally looking at me. They're checking me out. They're like watching like what I'm doing. It could be a mutual friend. It could be a coworker at work. But for whatever reason, they're not stepping up, right? Like for whatever reason, they're not making a move. And you might smile and you might like try to, let them know like, hey, let's talk, let's hang out. And they may not be making a move. So for me, sometimes the Nine of Pentacles comes up and it reminds me of the song by Blake Shelton, Who Are You When I'm Not Looking? So this person could be looking at you, Sagittarius, like, oh my goodness, like Sagittarius is too good to be true. And they may be watching you from a distance to just get a feel of your character. Are you really who you seem to be? Like, are you for real? And they're maybe just trying to get a feel for who you are as a person. And if like this is really you, or if this is a mask that's going to slip at some point. And once they feel, okay, you know what, like this person is for real, and I want to get to know them, they will move forward and they will may make a step towards getting to know you. So this could be happening in January. They may not make a move for a good 3 or 4 months. I'm sorry to say. I know it seems like forever, but this could just be someone who, like, they just really don't want to get burned, and they just really want to be sure that you are who you seem to be. They may be very taken by you. This is also a card that comes up for me when we're getting control and mastery over anxiety. So it's not, ruining our goals, the things that we're working on. It's not to say that it's completely gone, but we're in control of it, right? And so we're not allowing it to interfere with the things that we're doing and the things that we're, building or creating in our life. The next card coming up here for the Sagittarius Collective is the Two of Pentacles. And Two of Pentacles can be very busy energy. However, the fact that you had these two cards that jumped up for me when I dropped the deck, we had the Queen of Cups and the Fool card. This gives me a little bit of like an extra feel for the Two of Pentacles. I feel like some of you might be tempted this year, especially in February, to go into this workaholic mode where you're just pouring yourself into your work, you're keeping busy, you're wanting to be productive. And so that's all great. That's all fine and dandy. Good for you for being driven. But don't allow it to be something that's keeping you from being in your heart space, feeling your emotions. Make time to be in your feelings and make time to have fun. This is going to be crucial to avoid any kind of burnout. Also, because you might feel like you're being watched and nobody's saying anything to you, negative ego might be like, oh, they're looking at you because you're a loser, or oh, they're looking at you because they don't like you. And it's like we start to fill in the blanks in our mind, and we start to think that people don't like us or people are judging us. And that's not to say there's not going to be people who see you shining and are intimidated by you and don't like you because they're being a hater. That's not to say that won't happen. But the majority of it is just you're catching people's eye, right? And maybe for some of you, you've just kind of been in the background for a while, or you've just kind of stayed in the corner or stayed in the shadow. And now that you're shining and people are noticing you, some of you are going to start feeling like, oh, they don't like me, or why are they looking at me, or, is this bad? And it could be negative ego. So Two of Pentacles comes up for me to say, get outside of your head. Get outside of your head. Be in the present moment. Know that you're where you are because you're meant to be there and you're doing a good job, and focus on what you're doing, and don't allow that negative thought to come in and be like, oh, I'm not good enough, or they don't like me, or they're judging me, or what did they think of this, or what did they think of that. Just ground yourself. Be in the present moment. Pay attention to the task at hand in front of you, what needs to be done, and then make time outside of that to have fun and to live your life, and everything else is going to fall into place. Everything else is going to move forward. The card coming up here for March for the Sagittarius Collective is the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords could be ideas. Ideas that might be coming in here. It is also a card to see like solutions or victory in a situation, victory in a difficult situation or confusing situation. You're finding answers that work for you. You're finding solutions. Now, Ace of Swords is also a card that tends to come up for me in readings when you're going through a really significant crown chakra clearing. So when your crown chakra is clearing, you're clearing away negative thoughts, negative beliefs, false thinking, limited thinking. You're coming into more efficient ways of seeing things and approaching things, and you're seeing solutions where once you saw problems. So in March, you have this mental clarity that's coming in, and you're going to be able to figure out some things in your life that have been challenging you or perplexing you for a long time. You're going to see solutions, and you're going to be like, oh my goodness, that's it. That's the answer. And it's not going to take 10 years, right? It's not going to take forever. I can actually get moving forward and, not have to wait a long time for these solutions and these things to happen or to come to completion. Now, be cautious, because when we have these epiphanies, negative ego likes to come in and keep us from making the changes by discouraging us and being all like, oh, you should have thought of this sooner and you wasted so much time. Avoid the temptation to fall into that way of thinking. The reason why you're having the awakening now and the epiphanies now is because you're ready now to make the changes or to do it. You weren't ready before, and that's okay. Everything is happening in accordance with divine timing on your journey and your healing. So as these ideas are coming your way, you're going to start to implement them. Some of you might be feeling discouraged in March, and you might be feeling like, Sagittarius, it doesn't feel to me like things are going wrong. Those of you who might be discouraged in March, I feel like you're discouraged because you feel like you just want change. Like you might feel like life is like the Groundhog's Day movie, where you just keep waking up into the same day. It's just the monotony. So I feel some of you are discouraged in that you feel bored. You feel very bored, and you just feel like it's just always the same thing, and you just want some kind of change to come in. You're going to have ideas popping up in your mind in March. Some of them you're going to feel, and I feel this intuitively, like it's going to happen early when you wake up. Like you wake up in the morning and some idea comes to you in the morning while you're brushing your teeth or taking a shower or whatever. And you're like, oh my gosh, that's the best idea ever. That's totally what I'm going to do. And then seconds later, minutes later, negative ego comes and, oh, that's never going to work. That was a dumb idea. And you're like, oh, okay, forget it. You get discouraged. Never mind. And you push it away. But the ideas are the answers to your prayers. Your angels and your guides are saying these are the steps you're going to take that are going to create the change. Negative ego hates change and comes in and is like, oh, no, don't listen to that. That's stupid. That's not going to work, because negative ego doesn't want change, even when the change is good. So you can use negative ego to your advantage. When negative ego comes in and says, that's a stupid idea, that's never going to work. Oh, okay. Well, hey, thanks, negative ego, for helping me to think ahead of a potential challenge I might encounter. Okay, well, how might I prepare myself to deal with that in case it happens? It might not happen, but in case it happens, what plan do I have to get over that hump or that challenge? And now you're thinking ahead, and now you're ready for anything. So you can use it to your advantage. But I feel in March, there's a shift happening for Sagittarius, to where not only can you have financial stability and security, but have like a life that you can be passionate about, have a life that you can be excited about. Because for some reason, I'm feeling the vibe here in March of like breaking away from monotony. The next card coming up here for April, is the World. Positive cards here, my darling. Very positive cards. And the World card is a card breaking out of karmic cycles. We've learned the lesson. We've passed the test. We never have to repeat the situation ever again. And now we're graduating on to bigger and better things. So being seen, being celebrated. There's a sense of freedom here also with the World card. And this is a card that sometimes can come up when you might be making a name for yourself, in modern days, modern times. The World card can sometimes be seen as something on the internet going viral, or something on the internet getting a lot of attention. So if you have a business, excuse me, and you're on social media, your business may be getting a lot of attention. Or if you're a content creator, your content creator might be getting a lot of views, a lot of attention, potentially even going viral. There could be something here with an element of fame. If you're doing something in terms of performing arts or music, or some kind of, way that you're putting yourself out there creatively. There could be where people are, liking your work and noticing you and seeing you. Could be some kind of a big break for some of you in April here with this World card. World card for me also comes up with a sense of like really embracing ourselves and loving all of ourselves, and like being comfortable in our own skin. So as you come into April, maybe there's certain things you haven't been doing in your life because you've been telling yourself, oh, I got to be this way first, or I got to be that way first. And by April, you're like, there's nothing wrong with me. That I'm wonderful how I am now. Anything I do or change moving forward is just, extra cherries on top of the sundae. And so you're not holding back, or you're not limiting yourself or judging yourself. And you're just, I feel in this energy of being ready to receive, being ready to receive. Some of you, and this is coming in intuitively, some of you are going to have something that goes viral or gets a lot of attention. And somebody from your past that you've completely and totally lost touch with is going to see it and figure out how they can reach out and contact you, like reconnect with you. It feels to me like a childhood friend, or like puppy love in like middle school or something. But there could be someone reaching out to you and connecting to you from like a nostalgic standpoint. And so some of you might be reconnecting with someone like way, way, way back in the day, as a result of this attention that you're getting. Like maybe somebody's writing an article about you in the paper, or you're going viral, or you end up being on the news, being interviewed for something you accomplished or something that you were successful at. And someone's like, oh my gosh, that's Sagittarius. I remember Sagittarius. And they may be reaching out to you. Let's see what we have coming up here in May. In May, we have Eight of Pentacles. And Eight of Pentacles is like carving out the details, perfecting our plans. Eight of Pentacles is also a card that can come up when we might be feeling led or guided to learn a new skill set, or just kind of like something we've been wanting to learn. And Eight of Pentacles comes up with the message that this is going to be worth your while. You don't have to break the bank to do it. You don't have to rush and hurry. This isn't like a race against the clock where you have to hurry up and make it happen immediately. But this is going to be a good thing for you to put some time, energy, some investment into, because it's going to give you back a favorable return. It's going to give you back a harvest. Eight of Pentacles can also be if you're having issues at work. Work is getting stressful, or it's getting busier, and maybe you feel like it's getting harder to keep up. Eight of Pentacles reminds us that this could be a situation that, we're better off putting out quality versus quantity, right? There's no sense in rushing and pushing yourself to extreme limits to knock out a bunch of stuff if the quality's not going to be good, or if there's like a lot of mistakes. You don't want that. And so this is an energy of coming into just pay attention to the details. Some of you are embarking on your ideas. We know this because we have the Ace of Swords, we have the Nine of Pentacles. Some of you might be very inspired and maybe working on things that you're wanting to put out in terms of business or creative endeavors. And as we're coming here into this energy in May, some of you are like in a hurry. You want to hurry up and get it out there, right? Especially if you had some kind of attention back in April, and then in May you're like, oh, I gotta keep it up. I gotta keep delivering. And so you might be rushing yourself to hurry up and put out the next thing. But this is saying take your time. Take your time. Pay attention to the details. There's no need to rush. We're gonna want quality over quantity. Some of you may be manifesting an opportunity to like learn a skill that, and this is coming in intuitively, like you're not gonna have to pay for it. So some of you might have like your work or your job saying, hey, would you be interested in learning such and such? If you are, we're going to send you for a training. We're going to send you to classes or a workshop, and they may be paying for it. And you're like, awesome. Now I have this certificate. Now I have this extra thing I can add on my resume, and I didn't have to pay for it. So some of you may have your job sending you on some kind of training that's going to benefit you in your career. So I do feel that vibe here with this Eight of Pentacles. Your card for June. Let me make sure we're in June. I yap, and I forget. June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Yeah. So your card here for June is the Three of Pentacles. So with the Three of Pentacles, you're building this foundation. You're coming into a new MO. You're coming into energy where you are creating stability. This could be, remember how I said that in January, some of you were getting attention, or like you knew you were on the radar, you knew you were being noticed, but you were like, what in the heck? Like, what's going on? They may approach you in May and like ask you, are you interested in something? And then in June, they may be taking you on. They may be taking you under their wing and teaching you new skills, or defining your skill set, or refining your skill set, increasing it. There could be some kind of mentoring, training, helping you to come up in career with this Three of Pentacles. It could be someone like taking you on as an apprentice and teaching you things. And maybe it's outside of your work. Maybe it's something that you're learning that you've been passionate about and you've always wanted to do it, but you didn't know where to start. There could be somebody saying, hey, I can teach you. And they may be taking you under their wing and showing you the ropes and teaching you how to do things. Three of Pentacles, and this is coming in intuitively. Some of you are landing a new job. And in this job, when you're going in with a really specific mindset, where you have this mindset where it's like, you know what? I know the mistakes I made in my last job where I maybe over-delivered. I gave too much. They got used to it. They were expecting me to do extra outside of my job duties, but they weren't paying me extra outside of my job. They just wanted to, keep me in that position and keep me on that level. But they got used to me delivering so much that, they kept expecting that. And if I stepped back, then I'm going to get talked to or I'm going to get in trouble. So you may be going into this new job and you have this thing where you're like, you know what? I'm just going to go in and I'm going to do what's in my job description. I'm going to do a good job, but I'm not going to go jumping through hoops and doing cartwheels and backflips and all kinds of things to show I'm a team player and, I'm like, a good worker, and I can show them that by just being balanced and doing what they're paying me to do. And if they want me to do extra, well then I'll do extra when they pay me to do extra, or when they're promoting me or advancing me. You might have found yourself in a situation where you were so good at what you did and you over delivered so much. They never wanted to promote you. They never wanted to move you into anything else because they were never going to find somebody that was going to fit into that position and do it the way that you were doing it. And you're like, I'm not going to make that mistake again this time. And so I feel you may be going into a new work environment with like this new approach, this new attitude, and doing things differently here. Your next card here for July, oh, well, looky, is the Two of Cups. So this could be a relationship that's moving to the next level, like moving to the next stages. Or it could be someone that is coming forward and letting you know that they love you, or maybe they might not say it so flat out, but that they have feelings for you, that they see a future with you. This isn't just like, hey, I think you're kind of cute, or hey, let's hang out. Two of Cups is connection. It's soulmate connection. It's true love. Some of you have heard me say it's a giver meets giver, where both parties in the relationship are asking, what can I do for my person? How can I be there for my person? So both people are invested in giving to each other. And so this is the kind of relationship that can go on forever because both of you are feeding it. Both of you are nurturing it. And so with this Two of Cups energy, if you are in an existing relationship at the time of this reading, it could be that feelings are becoming deeper. The relationship is advancing to a more deeper level here in July. Those of you who are single, could be significant soulmate coming in. And I'm feeling a vibe or a sense of playfulness with this Two of Cups, a sense of playfulness. For whatever reason, I'm getting uh, like uh, like playing like kids that are playing like a costume party or costume dress up, and like they're acting things out. I don't know if that's something that's going to be happening in the bedroom for some of you. That might be like bonding you or bringing you closer or bringing out this playful side, or if it's just a symbolism in terms of like a playfulness. Maybe there's something happening for some of you in July, where maybe a friend is having like some kind of a costume party or some kind of like get together that you might be meeting somebody. But for some reason, I'm getting the sense of like imagination, pretend, characters, like playfulness. Maybe some of you are going to the theater or getting involved in the theater. But for some reason, I feel a sense of like playing with someone, like being in this really playful energy. The card that's coming up here for August is the Emperor. And this is a major arcana card. So major arcana cards are going to come up when, this is a significant crossroads, a defining time in our life. We're coming into a new chapter. Some of you could be dealing with an Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. That might be a significant soulmate. Soulmates don't have to be romantic. They can be. And there could be a sense here of also Scorpio. The Emperor has a Scorpio quality to it as well. Some of you could be dealing with masculine Scorpio energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. That might be a significant soulmate. The Emperor is the divine masculine energy. So some of you may be finding that you're with a divine masculine. You may be stepping into your own divine masculine energy or calling in a divine masculine. And the Emperor is very structured and very disciplined and has a good solid foundation and is pretty much unmovable. There is nobody, absolutely nobody the Emperor responds to. There is nobody above the Emperor on earth, right? The only one that Emperor is gonna answer to is God, right? To higher power. There's nobody above him on earth. And so some of you may be coming into this level of like knowing, like, breaking through the illusion of authority or dealing with any issues you may have around authority and realizing that a lot of it is an illusion and that at the end of the day, like people don't have that kind of power over you. So there could be some kind of like coming into power or healing or clearing issues with authority. This could be divine masculine energy for some of you, and getting very structured, getting a good foundation, getting things nice and set and stable and secure. But this is very positive energy. Your next card here, where are we at? Okay, so that was August. Did I say July? That was August. The Emperor is August. And so September. For September, we have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups can come up when we're searching for something more. We're searching for like that missing piece. But for me, in my readings, when I'm reading for people, Eight of Cups is really positive. Because what Eight of Cups is telling me is you're going to accomplish the goals. You're going to get everything you wanted. You're going to get everything you set out to do. Work is good. Money is good. Relationship is good. Personal life is good, right? And so you're like, well, now I have everything I said I wanted and everything I was working towards. But now what? Like something is missing. I'm glad I have this. It's what I wanted, but something is missing. And the I'm not going to say danger, because danger is such like a heavy word, but the problem that we could potentially face when we get into this energy is now we start doubting ourselves, and now we start thinking, well, maybe I'm not happy, maybe I'm not fulfilled because maybe this isn't my life purpose. Or maybe I'm not as fulfilled because maybe this isn't my true soulmate. And we start to doubt. We start to doubt what we have. And so, worst case scenario, we might start to push away the things that we have because we think, oh, it must not be the right thing for me. And that could include relationships. So we want to be cautious. That would be the worst case scenario. The best case scenario, which isn't necessarily best, but out of those two things, the best case scenario may be that we think, okay, well, you know what? I must be meant to do more. And so I'm going to be happier or fulfilled when I accomplish this next thing instead. And then happiness constantly is contingent upon the next goal, the next accomplishment. And now it's like we're trying to fill a void with all these accomplishments, and people are looking at us thinking, oh my gosh, look at Sagittarius go. Sagittarius is on a roll. Sagittarius is such a go-getter. Sagittarius is such a hustler, such a grinder. And the problem is that you're going to, if you're not careful, you're going to find yourself accomplishing thing after thing and being happy only for a little bit, and then saying, oh, but something is still missing, so I must have, focused on the wrong goal. And now you're constantly busy. You can't enjoy your life. You're constantly putting yourself into the next thing and the next thing. And your angels and guides don't want to see this happen. Your angels and guides see how hard you're working, and they want you to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labor. And so the Eight of Cups comes up to say, look, you need to kind of take a step back here for a minute. Don't worry so much about, getting into the next goal or the next thing, but instead take some time for some reflection and spiritual connection. Okay? Take some time to put some new life and new energy, some new spice and flavor into your spiritual connection. Maybe you're somebody, you pray, you meditate, maybe you have a spiritual routine. But the problem with routines is they become routine, right? The same way you try to mix things up and do different things to keep your relationships and friendships interesting, you're going to have to maybe sprinkle in something new with your spiritual practice and be in your spiritual connection so that you can really fully enjoy and savor all of the wonderful things that you've accomplished. So that moon is really jumping out at me. So I feel that the full moon that's happening on September 29th of 2023 is going to be very significant for the Sagittarius collective. Now, it's happening during Libra season. So full moon in Aries during Libra season. This is going to maybe bring your attention to yourself and the relationship that you have with other people. It might be drawing attention to your relationships and to the exchange rate of what you're putting in, what you're getting back, wanting to feel fulfilled, wanting to feel loved, wanting to feel appreciated. And so you may be reflecting, what am I giving? What am I getting back? What are my relationships like here? And so this could be a time for you to have some nice, positive, heartfelt conversations or talks about love language or what you need more of, or you might be asking yourself do I want to put personal energy into certain things? And so looking at your relationship and connection with other people, I feel that full moon during that time is going to be really significant for the Sagittarius collective, a time which there's going to be a powerful kind of exchange of energy. And this is coming in intuitively. I think as you're thinking about your relationships, some of you are looking back and you're seeing all of the accomplishments that you had in 2023, and you feel like you're dreaming. At first you want to pinch yourself. You're like, I can't believe it's actually happened. And you're so happy. But then you're starting to think about how hard you had to work for it and how long it took. And you're starting to remember the sadness you went through in the past, the struggle you went through, how hard the road has been. And you might start to feel resentment towards the people in your life that complicated your life or made it harder. Maybe you're going to have resentment towards your parents, or the adults that raised you, or like things that happen that you feel set you back in life. And so I feel there may be like processing of this or releasing this in the full moon energy of like, I would have been a lot farther had it not been for this, and this. Or I would have had it a lot easier. It would have happened a lot sooner had it not been for this. So in other words, in a nutshell, I feel like the Sagittarius collective is realizing how far they've come despite certain people and experiences. Like, despite having this experience, it didn't ruin my life. Like, I got to where I am. And instead of feeling like proud and invincible, some of you are feeling resentful. Like you're angry that it had to be so hard. So this could be a stage of your healing where you're releasing these resentments. Remember how I talked about the good things coming in and being in your emotional center? Make sure you're giving yourself that emotional aftercare. When you release this anger, this resentment, this bitterness that you have every right to feel, write out those waves of emotion, and then do whatever you can to fill up your cup and to be in your spiritual connection, so that you can keep going and keep enjoying the good things coming in, versus like falling into this sadness and then, like forgetting everything that is good around you, all the good that's coming in. Your card here for October 2023 is the King of Cups, and this could be being in that water sign energy. So really embracing, as you're coming into October, the end of October anyway, you're coming into Scorpio season, and embracing the element of water in October, and embracing the heart chakra, and embracing this kind of energy. So some of you could be dealing with a water sign person, a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. If you have water sign placements, you might be focusing on those areas of your life, getting them in order, giving them your time and attention, in making things happen in those areas of your life. King of Cups for me is also like nobody's fool. And so it's interesting to me that King of Cups is following the Aries, Libra moon message that came in for you all. King of Cups is generous, but he's not going to be taken advantage of, right? Like, there are certain standards, there are certain expectations, not tit for tat, not you do this for me, I do this for you, but a basic standard of like respect, and a basic standard of like reciprocal energy, right? King of Cups isn't going to find himself in a situation where he's giving, and getting nothing back, or being disrespected, or being taken advantage of, or being taken for granted, or not appreciated. So some of you may be coming into generosity, but you also might be looking at like where you're wanting to put the generosity. Some of you maybe had some big ideas and big dreams, like, hey, you know what? When I get successful and when I get in a good place financially, I'm gonna, be really generous to this person or that person, or do this for my family, or do that for my family. And now you might be looking at the dynamic. Now you might be looking at things that happened, and feeling like the energy isn't so reciprocal, or what you're doing isn't being appreciated. And so you might be saying, I'm going to put this generosity elsewhere. I'm going to put this generosity where I feel good about it. I feel like I'm helping people that really need it and really appreciate it. So you may start being generous with social causes that are near and dear to your heart. You might be putting money into creative endeavors, creative ideas, like putting money back into yourself, doing things for your healing, your enjoyment, your personal expansion, versus putting generosity into people who aren't appreciating it. King of Cups can also be, it is oftentimes stereotyped in love readings as like husband, baby daddy, father of your child. Some of you may be moving into parenthood. Maybe you're stepping into the role of father, or husband, or maybe you're manifesting a father for your child, or a husband. There could be that element here too with the King of Cups. The next card that's coming up here for the Sagittarius collective is the Well. And this is a major arcana card. Not every deck has this major arcana card, because some of you might be like, I've never heard of this major arcana card. This particular deck does, okay? And so the Well is about spending time in nature and having ideas come to us, having epiphanies come to us. So some of you maybe are going to be feeling led or guided in November as we're coming into Sagittarius season towards the end of the month. Maybe some of you are wanting to spend time in nature, kind of connect with yourself, do some self-reflection, as we're coming into like another year, another trip around the sun for the Sagittarius collective, and you might be just wanting to spend time in nature and reflect. And the Well is telling us that some of you are going to have some really big ideas, really big epiphanies from being in that earth element. Maybe some of you are getting into gardening, although in November it could be, we're coming into the winter, so I don't know what you might be doing in terms of gardening, maybe indoor gardening, depending on where you live on this planet, or doing things with plants, rocks, crystals. Maybe you're wanting to bring elements of earth into your home. Some of you might be setting up a little like meditation area in your space where like you have some rocks and crystals and plants and things, and you just like to be in that vibe of that earth energy. But that earth energy is bringing you inspiration and ideas. And the Well for me has like a strong Queen of Pentacles element. For me in a reading, Queen of Pentacles is like physical self-care is going to be really crucial in you being successful in the things you're setting out to do. So making sure that you're grounded, making sure that you're taking care of your physical body, your physical needs is going to really soothe you, ground you, and open you up to receive. The next card that's coming up here for the Sagittarius collective, December 2023, is Three of Cups. This could be engagement, good news, a special announcement, a birth announcement. For some of you, there could be someone close to you that's having a baby or announcing that they're going to be having a baby. Some of you, this could be a grandchild coming in, or you might be announcing to others that you're expecting that you're going to be having a child. Sometimes there could be element of birth announcements with the Three of Pentacles, but also, the Three of Cups, but also a sense of like good news, cause for celebration, coming together. It could be engagement. There could be getting engaged with the Three of Cups. Three of Cups is also community, like-minded people, people that you enjoy being around, people who get you, people who think the way that you think. And for me, in my readings, Three of Cups has a very strong, positive, nurturing, high vibrational feminine vibe to it. So some of you are healing from feminine wounds, and you're attracting and calling positive, high vibrational feminine energy into your life. So no frenemy nonsense, no backstabbing, no gossiping, no jumping through hoops, no, worship me kind of thing, because feminine energy is about receiving, but sometimes toxic feminine energy just can be very much a taker, the toxic feminine energy. And so you're not falling into that anymore, where you're constantly giving and jumping through hoops and trying to win favor or affection or love, but rather this is feminine energy that is supportive, that is encouraging, that is loving, that is upbuilding, that is reciprocal, okay? And so a sense of like multiplying, like you're putting into the feminine energy, and the feminine energy is taking what you gave it and multiplying it and giving you something back. And so being in this exchange, coming into the element of I work, I put in effort, and it's like you're growing something, you're planting a seed, you're watering it, and then you're getting a harvest back. So like this beautiful symbiotic exchange here, coming into this energy. That's the vibe I'm getting with the Three of Cups for a lot of the Sagittarius in 2023 in December. So I thank you all for watching. I hope that this reading was helpful. Definitely good things happening for the Sagittarius collective in the year ahead. If you would like to schedule your own 2023 forecast, there is a link in the description that will take you to my scheduling page, calendly.com/ /Amethyst Angelite, and you can schedule your own 2023 forecast there. Or you could schedule any other reading. You can go and see the different readings I offer and see what looks good to you. There is a playlist in the description of the video, so you can find the other placements if you want to go and watch your moon sign, rising sign, Venus sign, if this is none of those, or if you want to see, if you want to cross watch for people in your life, friends, family, crushes, partners, whatever. You can find all of the playlists easily in all of the readings easily in the playlist. I thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great remainder of 2023, a great remainder of the holiday season, and a happy new year. Take care and be well, my darlings. Bye.